With the federal cabinet approving a ban on Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, the group now becomes the 83rd entity to be declared a proscribed organization in Pakistan. Well, this is not the first time. Back in 2021, a similar ban was placed under the PTI government, however, lifted only 6 months later on the promise that TLP would abandon violence. Well, it did not. The federal cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, approved the ban under the Anti-Terrorism Act. Punjab government formally recommended it after the Muridke violence, where officers were killed and public property torched. Since 2016, TLP has repeatedly resorted to chaos, from blocking highways to attacking security forces. Their protests became battlegrounds. Under Article 17 of the Constitution, citizens can form parties, but not ones that threaten national security or spread terror. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm your very own Fariha Farrukh and you're watching 360 Digital English. Today's topic: Pakistan's firm stand, the ban on TLP, and the iron resolve of the state. Tonight we break down a defining move by the government of Pakistan, the ban on Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, TLP, a decision that not only challenges extremism but reaffirming the authority of the state. We will trace the roots of banned organizations, the violent legacy of TLP, and the army's unshakable resolve, led by Field Marshal General Saad Asim Munir, to keep Pakistan secure, united and sovereign. Well, this is not just about one group. It's about the line between faith and fanaticism, between politics and poison. Segment 1, the ban and the history of extremist crackdowns. With the federal cabinet approving a ban on Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, the group now becomes the 83rd entity to be declared a proscribed organization in Pakistan. Well, this is not the first time. Back in 2021, a similar ban was placed under the PTI government, however, lifted only 6 months later on the promise that TLP would abandon violence. Well, it did not. Under Section 11B1 of the Anti-Terrorism Act 1997, any organization involved in terrorism or subversion can and must be banned. The roots of this crackdown go back decades. In 2001, when sectarian terrorism was tearing Pakistan apart, groups like Lashkar-e-Jhangvi and Sipah-e-Muhammad were the first to be outlawed. Then came Jaish-e-Muhammad, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Sipah-e-Sahaba, and others, each banned, renamed, and banned again. Every time the state drew a line, they tried to cross it, but Pakistan held firm. From Balochistan's separatist networks to foreign-funded proxies hiding under religious slogans, the state dismantled one network after another. And now in 2025, the list stands at 82 banned organizations, with TLP becoming 83rd. Segment 2, Cabinet Decision and TLP's Violent Legacy. The federal cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, approved the ban under the Anti-Terrorism Act. Punjab government formally recommended it after the Muridke violence, where officers were killed and public property torched. Since 2016, TLP has repeatedly resorted to chaos, from blocking highways to attacking security forces. Their protests became battlegrounds. The 2021 ban failed because of misplaced leniency. This time, there will be none. Under Article 17 of the Constitution, citizens can form parties, but not ones that threaten national security or spread terror. Once the Supreme Court upholds the government's reference, TLP will be formally proscribed, its members disqualified, and assets seized. Punjab police meanwhile uncovered 144 million rupees in cash, 63 million worth of gold, and foreign currency from Saad Rizvi's residence. This is not religious leadership, this is profiteering behind the mask of faith. TLP's founder, Khadim Hussain Rizvi, rose to fame defending blasphemy laws, using fiery oratory and street power. After his death in 2020, Saad Rizvi inherited both his platform and his defiance. Under Saad, TLP gained votes but lost purpose. Its Gaza march turned violent. Its leadership failed to control mobs. And now the state has decided, enough. Faith must never be hijacked by chaos. Segment 3, Pakistan's security resolve and army's stand. From Islamabad to Miran Shah, from Sawabi to Muridke, Pakistan's message is very clear. We will not tolerate terrorism, extremism, or proxies. As DGISPR Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry said in Peshawar, Pakistan has taken effective measures against terrorist sanctuaries in Afghanistan. He reminded the nation, he said, and I quote, "The Pakistan army will continue to stand like a steel wall against the hostility of any enemy. This wall stands not just on borders but in hearts, in the will of our youth, in the blood of our martyrs, and in the conscience of a nation that refuses to bow." Pakistan's youth are our front line, engineers, thinkers, soldiers, and dreamers, the force that will build a stronger, secure, sovereign Pakistan. And as Field Marshal General Saad Asim Munir said, and I quote, "There is no space for those who challenge the writ of the state. Pakistan will never negotiate with violence and never compromise on its ideology. Our faith is unshakable, our resolve absolute, and our message eternal. Pakistan will rise, not through noise, but through discipline, unity, and truth." And now my own analysis. This is not just a ban. This is the state reasserting its authority, firmly, decisively, and without apology. For years, groups like TLP tested the limits of Pakistan's patience. That patience has run its course. Under the clear direction of Field Marshal General Saad Asim Munir, Pakistan has drawn a non-negotiable red line. No group, no proxy, no extremist outfit will ever be allowed to challenge the writ of the state ever again. This is not a reaction, this is restoration. Restoration of order, of law, of national dignity. In my analysis, this is the Pakistan of resolve, not retreat. And that message should echo for beyond our borders. This is your very own Fariha Farrukh from 360 Digital English. Stay tuned for more. Take care. Allah Hafiz.